Let me, alright, so let me end the recording and start a fresh recording, just so I can have two separate ones of like the test and now this lesson right here. So, um, of course, the market moves up and down. Now, what you always want to look for is important levels. Now, your important levels would be a liquidity zone, an order block, and a fair value gap. Now, a fair value gap is, this would be a fair value gap. It would be three candles, like you see these three candles right here, this blue one, this white one, and this white one.
Yeah, those white ones going down.
Yeah, so I'll section them off real quick. Just this little area right here. All right, so there's gonna be a gap. So say this is candle number one, this is candle number two, and this is number three. You're gonna look for a gap in between. So we'd start from the bottom of candle number one and go to the top of candle number two, and you see how that forms a little gap between them.
Yep.
So that's your fair value gap. And then we could actually drag it over because there's another one right in here. Now between these three candles, there's no gap because actually candle number one overlaps with three, and then so there's no gap there. But that's your fair value gap, and then your order block is always going to be the last candle before a move in the opposite direction. So my candles are blue for up close candles and white for down close candles. So it's going to be the last blue candle before a move down. So this right here would be an order block, would be a bearish order block. This blue candle right here. And then this would be a bullish order block because it's the last down close candle before a move up. Let me engulf that right there. All right. Yeah, so bearish order block, last candle before last up close candle before a move down, and bullish order block, last down close candle before a move up. So price will move to order blocks. Fair value gaps are also old highs. So you have a high right here, and you have what you would call a swing high. Now a swing high is also three candles where the candle in the middle is higher than the one on the left and right. So you have a swing high here. This candle would not be a swing high because the candle on the right is higher. Um, this candle, swing high. Middle candle's higher than the left and the right. This one would not be that. That would actually be a swing low. You have swing highs and swing lows. Swing low right here, the candle on the left and right is higher. Does that make sense? So you understand fair value gaps, order blocks, and swing highs, or do you need me to explain them a little bit more?
I'm very green here, so
Okay,
the more explanation, the better for me.
okay, got you. Um, all right, so your fair value gap is that gap. I'll show you two fair value gaps, and then I'll show you two that are not fair value gaps. So,
Yeah, so it was a gap between like the closing value on the white candle and like the highest price on the next candle after.
yeah, so don't get confused because it doesn't matter. So for the fair value gap, it doesn't matter what color the candles are. It's just three candles, and the middle candle makes that gap. So you have these three candles here. That candle, there's a gap because the bottom of that doesn't touch the top of that candle. And then now say you take these three candles right here, there's no fair value gap because look how they kind of just overlap each other.
Mhm.
Now you have a small gap right here. Hold on, let me drag this down. So very, very small gap. right in there. It's kind of hard to see. I won't use that as an example because it's kind of very hard to see.
It's a
But
tiny-
you got a gap right here. So that's your fair value gap.
all right.
And now your swing low. 3 candles, 1, 2, 3. And the candle in the middle is lower. So kind of looks like, how would I explain that? I would say like maybe like a head and 2 shoulders on the side. The shoulders are always lower, but kind of looks like a deformed shoulder. But it's just think of it as 3 candles, and the middle candle is or the candle to the left and the right are lower. Like this candle is lower than that high, and this candle is lower than that high. That would make that a swing high. Same here. The candle to the left and right lower, making that a swing high. And right here as well, if you have this candle, and then the candle to the left of it, lower, the candle to the right of it, lower. And the same thing can be reversed. So this would be a swing low. This is, now on the swing low, it's the opposite. So the candles to the left and the right would be higher. Swing low right here, candle to the left and the
So
right
it's like
higher. Does that make
so like
sense?
swinging low and swinging high are basically just uptrends and downtrends.
Um, not always.
Like
Not always, because you can have a swing high in a downtrend, and you can have a swing high in an uptrend. It's just highs. It's just highs. Um, and then of course your order block is that last. Your order block's that last opposite candle before a move. So on my chart, blue candles always go up. The white candles are the ones that are down closed. Now, are you familiar with how the candles work?
um yeah, I was actually just looking into like the anatomy of them basically earlier today.
Really? Oh, nice.
Yeah, like literally earlier today I wanted to understand how candles work because I noticed it's like the most commonly used graph type. So
Yeah.
I know the wick and the body, the top of the wick is the highest price it was recorded at during a certain interval, like let's say it's a minute. And then the top of the, like assuming it's a green or in this case a blue candle, the top of the body is the open price and the bottom is the closed price, or the other way around. I forget, but whether it's the higher the open or closed depends on whether it's bullish or bearish.
Yeah.
And the bottom of the wick is the lowest price that was recorded at.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, you have your open, low, or yeah, your open, low, high, and close. So, you have right here, just to redo, I'll just do it on like something simple like this candle. So if it's like a down close candle, that means that it opened here and it moved down. The bottom of the body is where it closed. And then the
Mhm.
wick is the lowest point that it got in that time frame, right? This would be the 4 hour chart, so in that 4 hours, and then the wick on the high is the highest it got in that time frame. So you know all that already.
Yep.
All right, all right, bet. Now I do have now that one friend that I was talking about. He actually just got on Discord. Um, I'm wondering, should we move this stream to the free live stream?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let me just. All
Just
right.
fair warning, I will have to run soon. I gotta pick up my brother from the train station in about an hour.
Oh, so you have about an hour.
Yeah, but I will want to have a shower before I go.
I gotcha. All right. Well, yeah. Then you just stay as long as you want. Now, are all 3 of us going to be able to talk?
stage unless you want to use the live trading chat instead.
Okay, so if I use live trading chat, anyone can talk?
Okay, so up on our server, I'll show you the difference between the two channels.
Okay. Alright.
So you see there where's the four channels? The two that are locked behind the premium one. But the free live streams and the members voice channel, the members voice channel has that regular speaker icon. That's because it's a regular VC like this one where anyone can unmute and talk at a time. But that one with the person icon and the two rings around him is a stage VC where only designated speakers can unmute at a time, and anyone who is a moderator or admin on the server can invite or have other people come onto the speaker stage, but generally it's only locked to like one or two people at a time.
Got you. Got you. And in the members voice channel, do I have the power to mute anyone at any time or no?
Yeah, you've basically got full control over the server. You can do anything short of delete it because my account's the server owner account and only I can delete it.
Okay. Bet. Alright, yeah, so let me switch this over to the... Do you recommend I go to the members voice or the free live stream? It's probably going to be like 3 or 4 of us right now.
Yeah, if it's only three or four of us, then members voice general is probably fine.
Alright, let me switch it over to that.
Alrighty.
Alright. Alright. And let me go back to share my screen.
You're gonna have to start up that screen share again.
Yeah. Alright. Entire screen. Alright.
Alright, loading.
Alright, you can see
Yeah, it's
everything?
up.
Alright.
Yep.
Alright, bet let me tell him to join. Alright.
Oh boy. If you're not bothered for the techie stuff of the server, you might want to mute the technical Yap channel I made. Because that's just so I can get an in-depth view of basically everything that happens for moderation reasons.
Okay, like it'll notify me, is what you're saying?
It's not gonna like, it's not gonna ping you, but if you don't like that whole white dot thing when there's channels you haven't viewed yet, you might want to mute that specific channel because it's never gonna stop.
Alright, bet. Alright, so alright, yeah, so those are your swing lows, swing highs, fair value gaps, and your order block. Now, are you do you need me to go over the order block, the fair value gap, or the swing high or swing low again?
I'd say the order block
Okay.
because I think I zoned out during that one. I'm sorry.
Alright, so the order block, you want to think about a price leg. Like right here, you have this nice price leg going up, and we have this candle, this down close candle, right before the move up. That's your order block.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with here. As we move up, this up close candle before this move down would also be the order block. See,
Right.
and then you have an order block here as well. Another order block. Because you have like a price leg here and it kind of stops and creates like another leg.
Mm.
So that's another block right there. Now, so those are really important to know because they're really going to bring everything together. Now, what some people, or what I haven't even really talked about a lot is the fib, the fib retracement tool. Have you ever used that?
Nope.
All right, so look at this. It might blow your mind. So, a lot of times this thing, now you never want to just use this like on its own. You definitely want to like know where the market's going, know, know about your order blocks, fair value gaps, and things like that. But it can definitely come in handy just to kind of help you with like a bias. Let me find like a good area to use it on. Okay, so you would look for a price leg, and assuming that you already know the direction the market is going, like you say you wanted to go up, you go to your fib retracement, and to set it up, you go to settings, but so you would start from the low and you'd move up to the high, and it gives you a general area on where you'd want to enter in. Like, let me actually um, do it like in the middle of this leg. Uh, I'll do it actually during market hours. So these, if you don't know, like this black square is like New York session. That's like around 9:30 to 4 p.m. And then this is like after hours, like Asia session. But yeah, so say this price like right here, this low to this high. A lot of times price will actually come right down into that, and that's like a very low risk entry. It didn't quite get to it there, but like from this low to this high, it definitely provides good entries, and you can pair that with other things. So like, say you're using your fib tool and you're trying to look for an entry and it doesn't quite get down to that, or you're looking for a fair value gap, but you don't see a fair value gap or an order block, you can use all of them for entries. You can either use a fib tool, an order block, a fair value gap, or things like that, because not only are they price targets, but they're also entries. So like right here, say you were trying to get in on this move up, and you didn't quite get into this order block right here, because that would have been where you wanted to enter, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But you can enter back in on a retracement into the order block. We didn't quite get into it, and we also didn't get back into this fib level. So it didn't offer a fib level entry or an order block, but we do actually have um, an inverse fair value gap right here. And then you can drag that over, and then as soon as price came up above this high, market structure shifted and we came back down and dipped right into that order, right into that fair value gap. But I'm gonna show you how it all comes together. So what you always do is, and this is why I wanted to show you about the order blocks for value gaps and things like that, so that you at least kind of have an idea of what I'm about to show you. Bring up this fib tool one more time. And then you can do the fib tool with the same things. For fib retracements, you go into your settings and you take off everything and just set it to the 62 level and the 79. So then say, it's what it is, it's a 62 to 70% retracement of the price leg, because that offers good entries. Like from this high to this low, that would be that level. And I'll drag that all the way over. And see, now as price comes down, we come back into not only this fib level, but also we have a fair value gap here that we can drag over. So price offered another entry there to go short, because you can make money from the market going down too as well, right?
I've not thought about going for that, but it would be nice to know how one could do that.
Yeah, so with with trading, especially futures, now you can do it with options, but with futures, you can do it very simple. So this is the Trade-Evade app. You can do it with options. I personally don't trade options anymore, but you would do it like this. Like for example, and I am using a demo account just for like teaching sake. So say you thought the market was going to go down. Instead of buying the market, you could sell the market. Wait, let me deselect that. Yeah, so you would just sell the market just like that. And now you're profiting from it going. If it goes down, you would profit. Now, of course, you're going to want to look at the chart, analyze, form a strategy. You would never just open the chart and just say, okay, I think it's going to go down. I just did that just for teaching's sake. And then to get out of that, you would basically buy it back.
Order filled.
Like that. And this is why I'm also teaching from a demo account, so I can lose money without actually losing my own money, because it's just a simulated account. And then, if you think it was going to go up, you would buy.
Order filled.
And then to get out of your position, you would sell it back, like you would just sell.
Order filled.
But yeah, you can make money from it both ways. Give me 1 second. Let me actually cut my heat off. I'll be right back. All right. But yeah, let me clear this stuff out. So this is basically the recipe and the strategy of how you trade. So for one, you're going to start at like the weekly or daily chart, and then you're going to go from the highest time frame down, because the higher the time frame, the more important it is. So I start out on the higher time frame, gauge what direction the market's going. It's obviously been going up since April, pretty much just straight up. And you want to look for, like your order blocks and fair value gaps and things like that. So I look at this, and this is the weekly chart, so every candle is representing a week. And I'd say, okay, we have an order block right here. Engulf that order block. And you always want to see, how does price react to an important level? So that order block would be an important level. Now we formed that order block, came up, came back down into it, and then we got back above it. Just showing a good sign. And also another thing with order blocks and fair value gaps, you want to always look at the midpoint, which could also be referred to as consequent encroachment. So we just mark that out, that midpoint, and let me change the color on that, make it stand out. Make it like yellow or something. So we came into the midpoint. Look how we like perfectly touch the top. Now don't ever worry about the wicks. The wicks can do the damage. The wicks can do whatever they want. What you want to be focused on is, where does the body of that candle close? And let's just take your attention to this right here. Just this right side half, because this was this move up, created the order block, moved up, and then we came back down to retrace into it. And this is a reaction. We always want to see, how does it react? Because say we had a bad reaction to it, and it like traded through it, and then started closing down here, then we can expect that it's going to go down to like to these other order blocks down here. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like an example of that would be, yeah, something like this, okay? Here we have a move up, have this order block right here. I'll just drag that all the way over. So we had this move, we had this order block here, we had this move up, and then let's mark out that midpoint of the gap around there. So we came up, came back down, held above it. Nice move up. Now this might look like a small move, but these are actually huge moves because these are weekly candles. And then so we're bullish. We're bullish. So on that lower time frame, on like a 5-minute or 15-minute, we'd be looking to go long. And then as we come down, you see we actually come down and take out these lows, and then close under it, under that halfway point. That is a good indicator that we are actually going to be going lower. And where would we be aiming for? We'd be aiming for this this swing low right here. Let me remove this line right here. And why? Because there's many people that put their stop losses under these lows and they get taken out of the market. And then people think like, oh, like they're hunting my stop losses and they're out to get me. But no, these are just obvious levels. Now see how the market just came down to take out this low and this low right here, which would be referred to as equal lows because they're very close together, this low and this low. Just come down to take it out, and then we send higher. Because the market only came down to take out these lows. A really important thing to realize is many people think that people buying or people selling makes the market go up or down, but that's not true at all. The market moves towards highs, lows, fair value gaps, imbalances in price. It's a very manipulated and controlled algorithm, but once you understand that from that perspective, that's how you can make money versus thinking that it's going to go up because everybody's buying. And I remember when I first started trading, I would look at the order book, which is basically a little indicator, not an indicator, but a little like column that shows everyone who's buying and everyone who's selling. And I would just see people just pouring millions of dollars into it, but it would be going down. And I would be like how is that possible? And then once I understood that people buying or selling pressure doesn't control the market, everything made a lot more sense. But yeah, so that's what that would look like. And then you see we came down, took out a low, came back up, and just dipped back into it and then traded lower. But yeah, so we look at something like that, like okay, price is looking like it's going higher. And then we'd come down into, after we see that, then we go into the daily chart right here. And you would look for a move to say like around this order block. And then you drop down, it's like a 2 hour, 1 hour. And that's what it would look like on the 1 hour. So this is how you start framing the trade. Like, okay, the market's looking like it's going to go up on the weekly. Now we drop down into the lower time frame. And you want to frame it on like an hour. So let's section this off. And let me know if I'm going too fast or it's too much information at once. But you'd section this off. And this was like the last 3 days. Okay. So now we have this level marked out. This is the level where we can expect price to go up from. And once you see that, you want to dive even deeper down into it. And this is at midpoint. Now you might ask like, now how do you know when to enter? Like, why not enter right here or here or here? We want to wait until the market structure has shifted. So see right here how we're just kind of going down. Like no high is taken, new low created, new low created, new low created. And then the order blocks. Let me change these colors. And then look at all these order blocks right here. And also another thing is whenever you have like an order block, but it's like 3 consecutive of the same color, you can actually mark out that whole thing as the order block. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, so we come down, create order blocks, and see how price is just kind of like all these order blocks are just holding price down. Now, once you see price do something like this, see how create an order block, came back into it, dropped lower, another order block, held it lower. Now we finally hit that important level, which was, where are we at? Which was that midpoint. Those are very highly sensitive levels, so now that we have that marked out in our chart, that's what we'd be looking for. So imagine this is, last Friday. We have this level marked out. We're going down. As soon as we touch the level, like, all right, we're in this level. How does price react? You want to wait, and you see how price is now. It's taking out a swing high right here. So price took out a swing high. It hit a key level, took out a swing high. That's a good sign. This is where like the light bulb should go off. Like, okay, price might wanting to be reversed, but you want to look for a few confirmations. So price comes up, and then we have an order block right here. All right, it's looking nice. And then you have another order block right here. And see how now order blocks are, instead of suppressing price and keeping it down, now the order blocks are actually supporting price after we've already hit an important level and price is wanting to reverse. Now that is a good sign. Let me take this off. And then after you see that, then you drop down to like, all right, now we're going to go to the 5 minute. And what day is this? This is Friday, November 7th. Let me go to November 7th. On the 5 minute. Okay. All right, now that we're on that 5 minute, this is what you can do here. As soon as you see price displace up above this high and come back down and start in the order blocks, so you have an order block right here, and these order blocks hold price, you could honestly you could enter right there as soon as you see that. Or if you want to wait, you could always wait until it takes out another high and then enter in like this order block right here. Because look how they're suppressing price. And then what you would do is, like I said, we would be aiming for that first order block. Let me go back to this 4 hour. Where was it at? Okay, yes, you'd be aiming for this order block right here. I'll mark that out. And then we'll go back to that 5 minute. Let me change the color of this. And then I can take off this one right here. Alright, so this is what we would be aiming for. And right after we hit that key level, displace up, take out a swing high, come back down to the order block, and then trade above this high again, right here, with this candle, and then drop back and down into it. This could have been your very low risk, high probability entry. And then this is what it would look like. Let's see here. So you'd have your stop loss right under this low right here, and you'd be aiming for this order block right up here. So on this candle is where you could take some of your profits, and then you can leave the rest to right up. But so that is a 7-to-1 risk to reward. So you'd be risking this much. Let me see, hold on, because you would enter, you'd really be entering right at the top of the order block. So it's a 3-to-1 risk reward. So for every, so just for example, say if you were risking $100, you'd be making 300. So you'd be risking 100 to make 300, just on that trade right there. And that's like a 90% probability win rate, just because we've hit the key level, reversed up, taken out a high, held a bullish order block, taken out another high, and retrace back in the order block. Does that make sense? And I know it's a lot to take in.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep up. I'll definitely be rewatching this.
Okay. Yeah, because I do have this one recorded. All right, I'll go over another example, because I know you said you got to leave soon, right? But how much more time do you have?
Maybe like 10 more minutes.
Okay, I'll go over another example. Let me clear all this stuff out. All right, I'll go over a bearish example. So for example, right here, let's focus on this. Let's focus on this right here. I'll make these a little bigger. All right. So price comes down, we come up, come down. We come up, we start consolidating right here. Now, notice how we left these two areas untouched until this point. Now, price does not like very smooth areas to not be untapped. And so we have a swing low right here, a very obvious one, and a very obvious low right here. We'll just mark the lowest one. So actually, to engulf both of them, I'll just do a little box. So I can get kind of both of them in there. And I'll just drag that over. Alright, now price comes up here. We start chopping around here. And then the same thing you want to watch for is we have this order block right here. And then I'll just engulf both, because there's an order block right here and one right there, so I'll just engulf both of them. Right here, price trades below that midpoint. We close below the midpoint, and then again come down below it. And then we come actually right back into a fair value gap right here, a very small one. Very small gap. I'll make that blue. All right, so we have our level right here where price would like to go to. When you see something like this, especially on a weekly chart, and a order block is not holding up price, and it's closing below it, and then trades below it, and then comes back up into a fair value gap, and then rejects, and then we have clear levels like this low and this low and this low that have not been touched yet. That is like price showing, like it's like if you're playing a game of cards, that's like price literally showing you its hand, like these are the cards I have and this is what I'm gonna do. Now, this is where trading becomes easy, is just waiting for price to show you what it's gonna do. Now, if you would have just entered and you were trying to make money from it going down and you entered on this candle or even here, you would have been chopped around and you would have lost a good amount of money because you weren't patient. You want to wait. How does price react to the order blocks? Is it showing weakness? So now once we see all that, as soon as we have this gap right here, and these untouched lows, so we have a clear direction of where price wants to go and a clear indication that price wants to go lower and an objective, that's when you can go to the lower time frame. Because this is why I told you about swing lows and order blocks. This, if price wanted to go higher, this order block and this order block would have held price above it. We would have been closing above and sitting higher, but instead we actually traded right through it, closed under it, under the midpoint, and then traded under it, and then came back up into a fair value gap. So now price is rejecting a fair value gap and an order block. So let's go to that area in price. Now that I only actually showed this part so we know that we see those lows. Let's just focus on this right here. That is 17th to the 24th. Let's just go to the 24th. Bring it down to the hourly from the, wait, let me make sure I have the right day on there. That is March. Okay. March 17th to March 24th. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so sometimes with TradingView, price, it doesn't want to go all the way back, so I'll just go to Webull. And I'll just go to, let's see here. March 24th. Okay. Where is the 24th? Let me make sure that's actually 2024 or 2025 and not 2024. Okay. It's, okay, yes. Let me try it on TradingView again. Now, I don't know if it's just because I don't have the max subscription. I do subscribe to TradingView, but I just don't have like the super, super expensive one. But sometimes it just doesn't want to bring up data that far back on like a 5-minute. Maybe I can see if I can bring it up on an hourly. Okay, there we go. All right, so here we are on March 24th, around that area. So we have that. Um, so we have that area where we're aiming for. Now price dropped down, came into this fair value gap, dropped lower, below a low, and then came back up. Now, as soon as we come below it and trade back in, the second it comes in, you can actually enter there. And this you can play it a few ways. Like, you can actually swing trade this. You could have held this down for a week. You could have. Now, on the prop firm accounts, you have to day trade it. But say you had like a regular options account, you could do that. Or if you just wanted to short regular shares, there's so many ways you could do it. Or you could literally just day trade and short it every day. But you would have entered as soon as price got into that gap, and you have actually multiple opportunities. But just to give you an idea of how crazy you can have such a low risk and high reward, it would look like this. So you could have had your stop above the halfway point of that gap, and your target would have been down here. So that's a 7 to risk reward. So say you're risking $1,000, you're making 7,000. And then there's multiple opportunities to enter. Like right here, we came right back up, almost touched the gap, and there's always going to be multiple ways to enter. If you wanted to enter on this gap, but it didn't offer that, you could have looked right here and see that we do actually have an order block. Let me change this color, not to get them confused. Engulf that order block right there. Get the high of that. Drag that over. So you see that? We didn't offer a fair value gap entry, but we did offer a order block entry. Came right into it, traded lower, and even if you missed that, it offered you another entry off this fair value gap. Could have wrote it lower there, and then the next day, same thing, because you can keep looking for entries to keep getting in as long as we don't hit this target yet. We haven't hit the target yet, and then say we're on this next day here, you can mark out this gap, and price came into the gap, traded lower, and say we're at like 11 o'clock. Say you woke up late and didn't hit that entry. We also could have just marked out the order block, just like that. And as soon as price came down low, took out that low, you could have had another entry in that order block, and then finally that full price target hit. And then here, of course, price came back into that order block, but you would not enter because we already hit our price target. And you see, as soon as we hit that price target, price came up, traded past an order block. So we're at a key level again, disrespecting an order block, which should have held price down. We're creating new highs, another new high. We came back down below it, still keeping these lows intact. And again, now instead of order blocks holding price down, these order blocks are holding price up. And then we hold price up, create a high, another high, and then we send right back up. Is that like some of that making sense? Or is it hard to follow?
Yeah, yeah, for sure, bro.
It was good, bro. Wait, did you
What's
join?
happening, dog?
What's good?
Yeah, I've been up here for a minute.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that is the importance of order blocks, the fair value gaps, because sometimes, like I said, sometimes you'll be looking for price to come back into a fair value gap, but it won't come up to that, but it will come up to that order block, so you can enter there. Or it won't come into the order block or the fair value gap, but it'll come into a fib tool, like for example right here. I'll show off the fib tool. Like, look at this. Now imagine you're trying to enter in on this fair value gap, but look how huge that gap is. That's 17.5 all the way up to 18.8. That's a 1,000 point move. Now if you try to enter on this fair value gap, you're going to get destroyed, because where are you going to enter on this huge gap? But you could do a few different things. You could just do this. Like, man, this is a huge gap. I'm just going to take the fib tool, and I'm going to go from the low up to the high. And look at that. Of course, you have the gap here, but it's a huge gap. That's why you can just use the fib tool, because it narrows it down. Is that not crazy?
Oh yeah, that's wild, bro. It's advanced there, man.
That fib tool. Now, to set your fib tools up, you're going to go to, let me see. For your fib tools, okay, yeah, you're going to go to settings, and you're going to take off everything except actually, I don't even know why I have the 70 level up here. I don't need a 70 level. Well, actually, yeah, so I have the 70 level because it's that midpoint between the 62. So you're going to have 62, 79, and you can have 70 as well. But really just 62 and 69 is all you need. But yep, then that narrows it down. And then what you can even do is then once you get that narrowed down, then you could even drop down into a lower time frame and even narrow it down. So what that does is it brings down your risk so much. But yeah, that's pretty much that. So with Stefano, you still here, Joey?
Yeah, but I'm gonna have to take off any second now.
Gotcha. All right, but did any of that stuff make sense to you? A little bit.
I'm kind of making sense of it in my own way. So far, I'm noticing that this does have a lot to do with pattern recognition and knowing when to take advantage of those patterns. And I'm definitely taking note of the fib tool. Do I have to pay on TradingView to access that tool, or is that available?
No, so you can TradingView is completely free. You can use the whole thing for free. The only reason why I pay for TradingView is just so I have the replay feature, and I'll show you just like, because I know you don't have a lot of time, I'll show you that in like 5 seconds. For the replay tool, you can go to any day, and then you can like replay it. So you can go like this, and it'll like replay that whole day. You can change the speed. That's why I got it. So it's good for like practice. Now there is a few other features that like it is worth it to pay. I personally don't pay because what I need it for, I don't really. I have enough features. Via TradingView, you can use the whole thing for free. Now the only thing is that it's not going to be live data. Like, you should never trade live based on the TradingView chart, but it's great for practice and for learning things. Now, when you're going to trade live, you're just going to want to just go straight to Tradovate to use your prop firm, because that's like actual live data.
Okay.
But yeah.
And is Tradovate?
Yeah. Tradovate, no, so yeah, Tradovate is free to use. Whenever you buy your prop firm account, they give you your They give you your email and password, and they pay for everything. You just pay that. You pay whatever, the $100 for the 50K, 198 for the 100K, or 216 for the 150K, and they give you the login credentials, and they take care of all your Tradeovate fees.
Oh, so take profit will cover that, right?
Yeah. But yeah, I did record this lesson, so I'll post it up in the Discord whenever you're ready to rewatch it, and I'll do other lessons like
And
this as well.
before getting into take profit, what should I use to view the charts? Just Webull itself?
No, well, you can do a lot of things. I personally, because once you sign up and make a Take Profit Trader account, you're going to go on their website and they're going to give you your email and password, and then you're going to take it to Tradeovate, and then you're just going to log in on Tradeovate, and then you can just look at the Tradeovate chart just like this. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
Yeah, so you just do it just like this, and then the same thing. They got the 5 minute, 15 minute. You can draw your boxes, fair value gaps, and order blocks, and all that.
Right.
Now, it is lacking just a little bit as far as TradingView has a little bit more features. Some people do link their Tradeovate to their TradingView and all that stuff. I personally just use Tradeovate. It's really all comes down to preference. But yeah, brother. You said you have to head out though?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to run.
Alright, bro. Good talking to you.
Yeah, good talking to you too. Good catching up.
For
Thank you
sure.
for your time.
Of course, brother.
And I know it's like how you're paying me for making the server, but thank you for the free premium membership.
Of course. You got the lifetime. You got the lifetime premium member.
Lifetime, that's crazy.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. Next thing to figure out anyway is gonna be oh, that bot. There's a bot that does alerts for different stock market things. ClickBot.
Yeah. There's a few other bots I want to make, like a news bot that'll like get news from either like the economic calendar things, and it'll just give like 5 minute reminders when there's high impact news, because the market gets very volatile during like 10 p.m. And I'll just show you real quick. Give me 1 second. So something like this. Let me see here. I've never been on Seeking Alpha. I don't know if they have the right economic calendar. Let me go to Market Watch. So yeah, so something like an app like or a website like MarketWatch. If we can make a bot to just scan this to where it'll just be like, all right, like, because what's today? Like Wednesday's coming up, it'll just be like, okay, there's news at 10, news at 10:20, 12:15, and then every day it could just do this. You know what I mean?
Mm.
If you know how to do that.
I do not know how to make a whole bot, but I can probably find a bot that looks at that information. I think that might be what ClickBot looks at. It's just a matter of actually getting them to start making notifications.
Okay, nice.
In either case, I'll probably be looking around at other trading Discord servers to see what bots they use.
Absolutely. But I don't want to take up too much of your time, because I know you said you got to pick up your brother from the airport, right?
No, train station.
Oh, train station.
So not as tense as an airport, which, being long distance, I now absolutely hate airports. Can't wait for the last time I have to go through one of those alone.
I don't blame you. But alright, brother. Good catching up with you. Drive safe.
Will do.
Alright, bro.
Right. See ya.
Alright. Alright. What's good with you, brother?
What up, dog?
The stream looking good. No choppiness, nothing like that. No lag.
Man, look amazing, bro. I even stream recorded some of it.
Yo, that's nice, bruh. Yo, what'd you think of that lesson? I kind of did like a refresh of the previous lesson that I did, that I hadn't recorded yet, but I did have all that recorded. I'm like an hour into the recording.
Oh yeah, that joint was lit, man. You was explaining everything perfect, man. Starting out the basics, you know what I'm saying? Starting out
How
the basics.
how long you been in here?
Really. Oh shoot, since like the beginning, I just had it muted for a minute.
Okay, because I was looking at my phone. I was like, dang, where is it? Where is he at, bruh? Um, but yes, bruh. Look, bro, the market has been chopping today. Let me see where we at. Um, Debating on just redrawing all this stuff. Start with a fresh chart.
So the demo really does show like the real active, like live trade stuff.
Yeah, demo is the exact. A demo account is like the exact thing as a live account. It's just complete simulation. And I love it, especially from a teaching perspective, because I could be like, look, like if you want to sell the market, you can go like this,
Order filled.
and I can get in and out of trade, and even if I lose, it's not actually my money, so I can perfectly show people things without having to like sit there and analyze the chart, just so I can simply show them that you can sell and make money from it going down.
Order filled.
But yeah, let me
That's perfect. Yeah.
get a clear chart out. Remove everything. Take a look at trading view first, see where we're at. Get a clear chart on this. And let's start. Let's see. Um, did it give you an alert that I started the stream, or did it not? Like, did it alert your
No,
Discord?
I had seen you. You messaged me.
Okay. Well, try to get something to where a bot to where every time I go live, it'll just like send everyone a notification.
Oh yeah, I think that, yeah. You think it just be in your notification settings?
I gotta figure it out, but I was thinking about maybe even like once a month, like once I do these free, like when I do free streams, I'll do like a giveaway bot and give away like a free month or something to the Discord or a random person.
Oh yeah, that'd be dope.
All
That'd be
right,
tough for real, man.
right?
Gotta get to keep them informed, bro.
So let me again. So we're gonna start off on this weekly. Now on this weekly chart, like I was just mentioning, we do have an order block right here. We came down to the order block. Stayed above the midpoint, which is nice. And then now we closed above for this new week. So we can definitely be aiming. So this is what we're going to aim for. Ultimately, we're actually going to keep it conservative, and we're just going to aim for the body. So 26K, 26, 21 is what we're aiming for. Let's go to the daily. And actually, we're gonna because we always want to look for the low-hanging fruit. So we're actually gonna bring that level down, and we're gonna aim for that 25,844 on the daily, because we do have this order block right here, but that little fair value gap. So we can aim for that. Make that green. And then, which even is better, is that not only, you see here, not only did we come into this order block and stay above the halfway point, but we also took out a low.
Mm-hmm.
So swept some liquidity. And then, now we do have a fair value gap right in here. So we got to be mindful for price to possibly come in there, retrace down a little bit. But this order block right here, we came into it, traded way through the middle of it, came back down, and look how we're holding all the bodies of the candles are holding above the halfway point, which is showing a pretty good sign. Also, we have an inverse gap right here, and we're holding above that halfway point. So price is looking good for a move up. Let's keep going down these lower time frames. So this order block right here, see what this is looking like. This is currently what we're fighting right now.
For real.
Yeah, because we're in that thing right there. The top of that order block is 25,755. Where are we at right now? 25.7. Okay. It's looking like we're actually going to slide through it because we're at 25,750. So we're way above the halfway point. Everything to me is looking like it's going to go up because look, not only do we have that gap right there and that price target, but we have equal highs. We have equal highs and a fair value gap and these lows right here. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. 1 hour looking nice. Got order blocks in here. Holding above that. Trading that little gap. We have an inverse gap right here. Oh yeah, that's looking very nice. Alright, and then so now, and then we have this high and this high right here. We have this low to high. Like I said, we did have that little gap in there. But I don't think we're going to come all the way back down. Let's see, so we... Oh, and this is nice too because we came up, rebalancing this order block. This one right here. And then came down and took out that low. And so a lot of people that had their stop loss here got taken out. See the 5 minute? I don't know, it's looking very nice to me actually for longs. What are you thinking, bruh? Because for me, longs are looking great.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'm really thinking, yeah, I think it's gonna go up, bro. Next shit going all the way up.
So, we'll aim for that. We'll be aiming for this right now. Now we just got to find a good entry and a good risk to reward. See the 15 minute. I do like that we took out that low though. I do like that we took this low out.
What do you think is gonna? So what you think is gonna like? If you going long, what you think is gonna smack it?
Well, it's looking really nice just because, like, not only did we take out that low, yeah, and it's going now, but not only did we take out that low, look, we came right into that gap. Now this wouldn't be the best entry because we did just take out a high. I kind of want to see, get an entry off this order block, so I'll get one, I'm going to go small.
Order filled.
With just one contract for now, just off that order block. See if we hold that. But I am expecting it to come down here and take out these lows, maybe. That's why I'm only going one contract for right now. Because we could come down here. Now, let's see here. So, But we do gotta be aware though,
Mm-hmm.
just aware of this order block right here. Because it's kind of, price is under the midpoint, and it's kind of rejecting down. So we could have one small flush down before a move up.
That would be crazy.
See, and this is why I only entered in one single contract right there. Let me see if we can hold off this structure right here. This is why, this is why I
Order
always
filled.
like I'll wait and I'll just buy like a few contracts just so I can get a better entry lower.
Yeah, definitely.
Now this wasn't the best setup just off my entry. That's also why I went super low contracts, because if we don't hold this structure, I want to see how it reacts to this order block here. Because if it doesn't, then we could be coming down to like take out all these lows, and then we would want to wait until price rebalances and just start disrespecting some order blocks. But for right now, we'll have our stop right here, right below that. I'm gonna hold this trade. We'll have our stop right there, which isn't a bad stop. It's only about like a 10-15 point stop, because we're aiming for this. So just on trading view, what would that look like? That's 732 to 8. So let's see here. So our stop's like right here. Now it's actually not, no, really ideally, I could actually bring my stop down to 17. So now this is a wide stop, but just because the profit target is so much higher,
Mm-hmm.
it's not a bad idea. That's why I went in low contracts, because we're aiming for 825.
Okay, okay. That wasn't bad at all. For real, bro. That wasn't bad at all. Ain't lie to you.
Bring this up some more. Say 824.
You think 840 would be going too far?
840.
Mm-hmm. Just because those other cuts add.
No, not at all. So, because if we go past this high, we'd definitely be going up to take out these highs. So really 890. This is like our
Mm-hmm.
maximum, like for right now. Like I'll just leave it right here, like 882. And then on this 15 minute, I want to see that order block hold price. So we have this little gap right here, 730. At 740, but this gap ends at 718. So that's what we want to frame the trade on. Now, up a little bit on this trade. I'm going to put our maximum stop down here. Now, max position, I'll add some more contracts. And that's just because, now usually I would not have a stop that low, but just because Our profit target's all the way up here. Well, that's one. The next one's all the way up at 80. But yeah, dang, it's already 1 a.m. That's crazy. Time goes by fast.
Swear, bro. Extremely fast, man. That's why by the time I hit you, I thought you had already been jumped up there, bro.
Yeah, no, I was doing the test stream, making sure the quality's good, there's no lag, like make sure I can record and but my entry wasn't bad. I entered off of this order block, so I am in this trade. Um, I'm in light, I'm not in heavy. You know, just 3 contracts, but 3 contracts with a 100-point move, that's still a nice like $600 for full TP hits, and I'm not risking much.
It's not bad at all, bro. Look, it's crazy to look, right?
Was good.
How long you think it'll take to hit there?
Full TP?
Hmm.
Well, price is so slow right now. Like, look, when I tell you earlier, price was just chop. Hold on. Look at this, bruh. Like, look at that. Look, that was from 1 o'clock to like, bro. That was 5 hours of just chop. When you see days like that, that's when you that's when you don't trade. You never want to trade something like this, especially trading options. I used to trade options like that, and if you get caught in that, like you're done for. Because the thing with options that I didn't like is that you have like uh time decay to where, for example, just to get an idea of what time decay is, if you say like you enter in right here, right? And you're going long and price is chopping you around, and it's like imagine now it's right here. Imagine you got in at the bottom of this blue candle, and we're like right here. We're actually still technically we should be in profit, but since it's been 4 hours, you're actually going to be in the negative because you actually are losing money because of time passing. Not only do you lose money with options if it goes in the wrong direction, but you also lose money the longer the time passes. That's why I love futures, because there is no time decay. We could be chopping around all day, and if price is at 752 and I bought at 748, I'm gonna still be up. Options is not the same thing. If you bought at 601 and price is at 601.50, but you've been in that position 3 hours, you're gonna be down.
Gosh, that was horrible, bro.
It is, and I've been like that. Like, bruh, I've had options to where it's like I entered like right down here. Like say like I would, or say like for example like I would go short, right, and then it just chop around all day long. It would chop, and then it'd finally get here, and even if I entered here, Brad, I'd still not be up barely any money just because of all the time decay. That's why I will never trade options again, ever.
Real that, like, I don't, but I've heard about people that trade options too, though, man.
It's not bad. Um, it's not bad at all. I wish I could share my Weeble screen from when I did trade options. Uh, but I don't wanna leak my login information because I'm not signed in on my Webull. I don't think.
Oh yeah, you might wanna keep that there
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
But
no,
yeah,
yeah, I'm not signed in. I can post a screenshot in the Discord.
definitely. That's damn sure what I would do, gang.
Or I'll actually send it to you real quick. Hold up. Let me see. If there were more people on stream right now, I'd just post it in the Discord, but everyone's asleep.
Well, yeah, we get off pretty late, man.
Alright, look, I'm about to send this to you right now. Let me go to all albums. Let me go back to the trade. Did you trade it or anything tonight?
Yeah, I'm up here now.
Are you in a position right now?
Yeah.
What's your fill?
Yeah. Actually, I entered at 25, 728.
25,728.
Yeah.
So down here.
Yeah.
W. Yo. Yo, that's a W.
That's what I was waiting. I'm like, yo,
So
what's
I
going
now look,
on?
I'm not gonna lie. Look, I've actually been in for a while for longs,
Yeah. Yeah.
but it was just on my demo. So I actually purposely got out because I wanted to start the stream like no positions and actually get into a position on stream.
Bro, I literally hit that value gap on the head, bro. Right there at
Right here,
for entry at 12:36.
12:36, the 1 minute for value gap right here.
Yep.
Like as it formed, you entered.
I swear, bro.
Like you entered like as it was forming, or you entered like on this like slight retracement when it almost came back into it.
Nah, bro, I'm about to show you. You about to be like, yo, what the hell?
But yeah, let me see that entry.
You see it?
Hold up. Oh, what are you sharing your screen, or did you send it to me?
Oh no, no, matter of fact, yeah, I'm gonna share my screen. Come on. Oh, can you see? Can you see my joint?
Yeah.
Yeah, like literally, like right there, bro. You see what I entered at?
Yo, yo, off the fair value gap entry, that's the W.
Yeah, bro, man, you schooling me something serious,
How
bro.
how, how,
Like,
ma- how many how many contracts did you get in?
just one, bro.
W. You have 50?
Yep, 58.
W, bro. That's a
Hell yeah,
dub. That's a dub.
bro. Look, I'm gonna show you. I said, yo,
Yo, how you learn how to trade like that, bro?
you dog, bro. Literally entered like right there, bro.
Let me take another look.
Like right, yeah, literally like right there, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, man. They doing this. Just running up, man.
That's a W, bro. $60. Let's go.
Hell yeah, man. I'm like, that's what I'm trying to think now. I'm trying to think where I actually want. I was gonna set my stop at like 25, 743 right now. At 743, just for the moment. Like you're saying, it's definitely gonna have to come down. I think it's gonna come down, grab them lows, man.
What, all these lows right here?
Yeah. Yep.
It could,
Oh,
but it also
to reverse.
so it came down into this low. Well, so we came up, took out a low here, came up, took out another low, So think about the people who entered in on this fair value gap,
Hmm.
or even this. They came up that small retracement, and then that move higher. A lot of people probably got in there, or even on this gap, and so the people who got in here and here got taken out of the market, and then they even tried to probably re-enter. We came up, and then also on top of that, we have short strap because now we have an inverse fair value gap, or not an inverse, but a bearish fair value gap, and then all the people who are trying to short this because we're in that order block, they're now trapped. The market does not want to let them get out. It wants to liquidate them because they
But
because
what if
they they're all trapped now. So they want it to come down, but I don't think it's going to do that because it'll let them get out of their position. It has them trapped now, and then also the buyers, the people who were trying to profit from it going up, they already got taken out on this low and this low here again, and then this definitely scared them as well.
so what
And
about
then
that high right there at like 761 that was at 9:15 p.m.
9:15 p.m.
Yeah, yep, 9:15.
This one,
Was it? Let me see.
this high right here.
Yep.
So that's actually good that you pointed that out. So we
Yeah,
just took
yep.
out that high right there. Yo.
Yeah, so I think I'm about to go ahead and oh, what you think, bro?
So you really want to see because price, because you definitely want to see because look, that's actually good that you pointed out because now price is coming down.
Yes, it is, bro. So
So I want to see, does price hold, does this order block right here hold price? If it doesn't, then it could be coming down to take these lows. But yeah, you always want to be on the lookout for those levels. It's actually very good that you pointed that out.
yeah, bro, because it's dry, bro. I literally just touched it, and it's dropping, bro. I was literally just at 69, bro. I'm at like 53 right now, bro. It's dropping drastically.
Or about that 70% level. But that is some big displacement down. I'm personally going to hold.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Personally going to
thinking,
hold.
bro. Might as well, because it might just come and take out the lows at least at 740.
Because
Shoot back up, hopefully.
to be convinced for me to even get out of this trade, I'm going to need to see it come below this low and then inverse this gap. Then I'll know it wants to take out these lows. But for right now, no. I'm in. I'm probably gonna let the stream go on for like another 20 minutes because it is almost 2 a.m.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro. So what? Tell me some things that you've been learning, bro. Cause I know it's got to be crazy, going from like not knowing much about trading to now just having like all this information poured into you.
Bro, it's been crazy, bro. Just to like to see it firsthand myself, bro. Like just to see like a lot of stuff that you were saying that I ain't really, you know what I'm saying, that I ain't really noticed for real. Like say for instance at one, it's like that hammer candle right at 120. The hammer candle, I was like, oh yeah, that right there, that's definitely good stuff. There's like a few more, but just like found the fair value gaps, bro. Entering just at the right specific time, bro, really like show a big difference. Um, those order blocks, seeing how they react, how they react off the order blocks. Um, definitely scouting out like from from day, saying how the highs and the lows are the lows. Coming from like looking for a week and drop it down to a day, marking all of that. Then going all the way back. Just like to hour, and then going like 5 minutes to 1 minute, seeing just how the actual just watching the market structure actually, and it just shows the really big difference, bro. At first it was like foreign to where I ain't really see
Yo,
that.
no, that move is crazy. That pop is crazy.
That's crazy, right?
Yo, nah, bruh, the market is such a beautiful thing. Nah, I really be just in love with it sometimes, just watching these candles. Like, even when I'm not trading, I think it's just therapeutic to watch these candles. But yo, my biggest struggle, what I used to struggle with is not being able to hold my trades. Like when I seen this move up and just that move down, like I'd be thinking like, oh no, it's gonna go down, I'm gonna lose my profits. I would have got out. But now that I understand market structure a little bit, I'm like, okay, now we're just coming down to this order block. And I give myself like two good order blocks. So like I'll be like, all right, if it doesn't hold this order block, I'll let it hold. See the next one. If that one doesn't hold and we go close below, then I'll get out. Then I'll be stopped out. But I need to see like two good order blocks because here you see this move up right here.
Hmm.
We have this order block. That order block didn't hold, so I'll give it to the next one. This order block does hold it. Okay. Same thing with this. This order block didn't hold, but we have a gap. So I'll give it like two PD arrays. That's what you call like an order block or fair value gap. If it doesn't hold, if it breaks past like a fair value gap and an order block, then I'm like, okay, price probably wants to go much lower. But
Definitely, bro.
that was a nice little candle there.
That was, bro. That was wild. That was wild, bro. It was kind of like, yo, bro. 'Cause when I first entered, bro, I think it was like when I first started looking at it, it was like it was at like 90%. Now it's at like 121. I'm like, that's crazy. Oh yeah, I looked at it there, right? You got soon. I looked at it, and as soon as I marked it, bro, the joint right there. I said, oh yeah, let me go ahead and enter right here, bro.
Let's take a look at that 5 minute.
And that's what I'm looking at right now, bro.
So we did blast past that. Now that's actually a very good sign because that's what I was just saying. We want to see the reaction of that order block. And not only did we trade through it, but we traded through it with so much aggression, and then rebalanced into a order block, and then just kind of sent through it. And now we're kind of in this 1 minute FVG.
It's crazy, bro, because like it just show how like God just working so many different ways through every single thing, bro. Because I'm literally learning myself, bro, as I'm doing this, bro. When I'm start doing this, setting my stop losses while trading and just reading, bro, reading my Bible, reading a book, and just learning, just keeping my eye on it forever. Bro, the other night, bro, we got there, bro. I was literally on the market for like 8 hours, bro. When it soon opened at 6 p.m., bro, I ain't get off till like 3 o'clock in the morning.
What the one we caught for like that 200 point trade.
Yeah, bro.
Yo, that's what I was actually doing today. I was like, I placed a trade and then I just started opening up my Bible and just reading, and then that'll also help with your emotions during the trade. Just staying focused, staying calm, and yeah, bro, and you can just set your stop loss and price target and just let the market play out. Sit there, read your Bible, listen to some music, and you cooling, you chilling.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I think I might have set my stop at least like at like. Okay, I ain't got no stop right now. I think I might have set my stop at like 740 for it. Nah, I
Seven.
probably go like 735 because like those lows is really like the last lows. Yeah, that I see is like at 740.
Let me see. She said you would set your stop at 7:35. Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad stop because that gives your trade room to breathe. So where you have an opportunity to see how it reacts off this order block, and then actually
Mhm.
trade below these lows.
Yeah,
The
but
but
but the market is going up.
yeah,
Like
I
really.
yeah, I have high conviction that it's gonna go up. But the only thing is my the last stop is gonna be actually right here at 715 because that leaves it room to possibly come into this fair value gap, this order block, and also this order block as well on this side. So my stop would be like right here.
Bro, oh yeah, yeah, that's a damn good stop. I really wish I could have caught that joint like 11:40, bro. Like when you first messaged me, bro. Like when you first messaged me, you was like, man, I'm about to go ahead and start it. Go ahead, go ahead.
Yo, let me take a look at 1140. Let's see what's going on there.
Yes, bro. I really wish I could have caught it right there. Price was like low.
No, that's actually very nice because look, you see we actually at 1140, we have these lows right here. This low, this low, hold on, this low, this low, this low, these, and then we came down, took out those lows. That's actually a very good trade because look, we took out those lows, rebalanced into a fair value gap, held it perfectly. Look how the candles closed perfectly above it. You can't make that up. But not only that,
And it's look right, but it's crazy, right? Because at 11:40, you see that fair value gap right there, bro. And it's an order block right before there at 11:39, bro.
you said 1140
Yeah, at 11:40, bro, it's like a fair value gap right there from
on
like 11:40
the
to
1
like
minute or 5 minute.
on the 1 minute.
Okay, I'm gonna take a look right now. But look, you looking at my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, so also on top of that, I'm gonna start making my order blocks purple. Oh wait, I need to change. I just changed the outline. I need to change the whole thing. Okay, so we have these lows and these lows is equal lows. Price came down, took out these lows, rebalanced into a fair value gap and an order block
Hmm.
when we already have a bias for price to go higher because of what we already discussed on that higher time frame. To take out these highs right here that have not been taken. But yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe last year, this same time last year, this move down would have scared me. I would have been like, oh, we hit that high. Nope, I'm out. And then I would have seen that and got mad. But now I can comfortably hold. And what
Appreciate
really
you for
and what really helps with all that is not over leveraging. Because look, if you like, you'll see when you're trading, if you're in 20, 30 contracts, like your heart is going to be racing and you're not going to be able to think clearly. Versus if you scale it down to only 4 or 5 contracts, when you're in the trade, you can actually think clearly. But what were you saying, bro?
no, but that's why I really, but that's really the good thing about it though, bro. Because like you really like gain knowledge, or you like sit down and gain knowledge to the point to where, bro, it's like so like you're saying, like imagine like how you teaching me, bro, and I'm catching on, how I am now. Just imagine me 6 months from now, bro. And it's actually like the more I learn, it's the more I want to learn. When I feel like I won't really learn, like I was like, man, I'm not even getting the hang of this, bro. I wanted to give up then, man. I'm like,
Really?
but it's good. But it was good. I took that loss how I did last week when early, yeah, last week, early, hold on, yeah, last week. Because if I didn't, bro, I wouldn't have even sat down on it. I would have thought oh, I know everything about life now. So my loss would have been even bigger when I actually did lose. But I'm building it back up, bro. Like I said, bro, remember my drawdown, bro, was at like, bro, my drawdown was at like 200, bro.
Look at this, bro. Look at this statistic. Approximately 40% of day traders quit within a month, and only 30% remain after and only 13% remain after 3 years. And then overall 80 to 90% of day traders eventually quit within their first year. That is crazy.
Bro, you seen that candle just then, bro?
Uh,
No, not that
n-
one. Not that
n-
one. Not
no.
that one.
Did you are you looking at my screen?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I was looking at when you said how many day traders quit.
Yeah, it's a lot. No, so you're good. You know, you're good that you didn't end up like the rest or like the majority and just quit.
Swear, bro. This is exactly what I was thinking about at first, bro. But I'm like, man, no, I gotta make a way, bro. 'Cause I already know that anything that I ever lose from is like with my clothing brand, bro. With my clothing brand, I had quit like once or twice. Then I just skyrocketed, bro, like a year later. Same thing with my detailing business, bro. I try to detail and it just wasn't working, bro. I get like one or two cars, bro, like once, like every like 2 weeks. Then it just skyrocketed, bro. Like I said, once I take my mind off the women, bro, and I'm not with them women, bro, it go crazy, bro. It go crazy every single time.
You know,
Same thing with my clothing brand.
you're right, and I actually have a perfect Bible verse for that.
I need to hear it, bro. Women tell me, man, women love God, man. They might not talk about it all the time. When you was praying for me earlier, bro, when was at work? You guys like, hey, man, she be watching me all day, every day, bro.
Look, look. Are you looking at my screen?
Oh yeah, I'm looking at you on Proverbs.
Do not spend your strength on women, your vigor on those who ruin kings. And these are just a bunch of different translations, but do not give your strength to women, your ways to those who destroy kings. Bro, women? And let me actually bring up the full verse. But yes, bro. They destroy kings, bro.
Swear, it's ridiculous, man,
Do
bro.
not spend your strength on women, your vigor on those who ruin kings. It is not for kings.
I swear, bro, it's crazy, man. It's crazy, bro. I made like $80 in like an hour. I wish I was making $80 an hour at Life Tech.
Nah, facts, bro. But look, and then it goes on to say, a wife of noble character who can find? Because in this day and age, that's true. Who can find? It's hard. She is worth
Yeah,
far more than rubies. I feel that because it is hard to find a wife of noble character.
very hard, bro. Very hard. It get weird, man. It get weird, bro. That's why it's so crazy, man. I had to change my logo, bro. I'm like, man, I had to make a logo.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. Now I know it's not talking about. Yo, look at verse 18. I know it's not talking about trading stocks, but is that not crazy? She sees that her trading is profitable. Yo,
Bro,
nah.
that has to be like, bro, the Candle Club, like, first, bro.
Like I know it's not about trading stocks, but nah, that's crazy that's out of all the verses I look up, this is the verse I look up, and that's what it leads to. Talks about profitable trading. Yo, as we're in the profitable trade right now.
Bro, that's crazy, bro. Something telling me about like another contract later, man.
Nah, slowly build your account up, and then start buying the other contracts.
Bro, and I was down to, bro. I was down to
Look,
my drawdown being $200, bro.
look at this right here. I believe this is Proverbs 13:17. Hold on. All right. Well, Proverbs 13:11. Wealth gained hastily will dwindle, but those who
Mm,
gather it little by little will increase it.
definitely, bro. Definitely. For real. just like right now, man. I'm looking at that one candle go down. I'm scared as I don't know what. But I'm gonna watch it though.
No, I'm not worried
See.
about that because look, this is why I say don't be worried about that.
Yeah, bro. One of these days,
Because
bro, we gotta have Bible study, bro.
we might have to have Bible study with the whole Discord in the middle of a trade when the market's slow. Like, all right, guys, market moving slow. Time to open up the Bible. But look, this is why I say
Sir.
don't. This is why I say don't be worried about any any down moves right now because we traded above this high, okay,
Okay.
and then we traded above these highs as well. Oh yeah, that is actually important. We need to mark that out. Should have had those marked out actually. But yes, look, we traded above those highs and traded above them once, again, and again. Now, if price really wanted to just flush lower, we wouldn't have had any reason to really come below it and then make a new high, come above it, come back down, hold an order block and a fair value gap, and then trade higher. The only the next time that we should be looking and anticipating the market to come down is this high, or even the midpoint. Consequent encroachment. Mark out that middle point right there. But yeah, we're chilling right now. But this is also the good thing about having multiple contracts is why I never like just buying one is because I can actually sell one or two contracts and still hold on to one.
Yeah, ain't bad there though.
Look, let me show you this. I actually no, I won't show that. Look, I can't wait till I start partnering with some of these prop firms and I'd be like, yo, use my code Candle Club to get 40% off. Take Profit Trader.
Bro, I was seeing with like land, wasn't it Lando?
Lonzo.
Yeah, I was seeing when they be doing all that, man. I'd be like, man, that's crazy, bro.
Now Lonzo's a good trader, bro. I just can't believe that I kind of like years ago I was watching him and now I'm at the point where like I'll be finding trades even sometimes before he does.
Bro, cause that joint we hit the other day, bro. I'm talking about was perfect, man. That joint was good money, bro. Sunday was good, bro.
That was nice. That was a nice trade, bro. That might be the one of the best trades that I had. Not as far as money wise, just as far as
Mm-hmm.
execution and just my mental while holding the trade and just like bro, it was just such a stress free trade. Like I literally
Like so,
set a stop loss, went to sleep, woke up, managed to trade a little bit, moved my stop up, and yeah,
no, you know what's the best thing about it though? The best thing about it, bro, is how you scouted me through it, bro, on Discord.
yeah, straight trade hand holding.
Bro, I swear, bro, you literally scouted me through that joint. You was like, all right, find this fair value gap. You know what I'm saying? Go find this joint, find that. I'm like, this one, you like, no, not that one, the other one. I'm like, all right, bet. But that's when it's good, man, when you can like go through that joint like that, cause like two heads like four eyes is better than two, like so you really get to see like, all right, bet, okay, so this is what's going on here, and that's what's going on there, man. But the Bible, man, the Bible speak about good friends, bro.
Absolutely. Um, and iron sharpens iron.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Individuals can enhance each other's abilities and character through interaction and mutual support.
Telling you, man, for sure, bro. For sure, man. That's why it's definitely best. I know I'm gonna have to get you to show me like firsthand. Those women don't bring my laptop tomorrow too though. How you was showing like the I forgot the name what you called it though. It's like a little green thing that shows basically like where you can like
Your
like your
wrist
risk versus
wrist
reward.
reward. Ah, yeah. So
Yeah.
that so Tradeovate for some reason they're a little behind on their interface because they don't have that for some reason. Um, yeah, they don't have that, but Trading View and Webull both have it. It's like for example, if we did it on Webull, um, we're like right here, right now. I think. Well, let's see, because the only thing with Webull is I don't know if they have futures. Yeah. Oh, I guess they do. Okay, nice. I forgot Webull does have futures now. Alright, so let's take a look here. Our stop is at 717. And we entered at 748. Why are at 748? Um,
Bro, so what do these little purple candles indicate, bro?
Purple candles.
It's like a really it's so small, it's blue, but it look purple.
Hold on, give me 1 second. I'll show you. All right.
Cause to me it seems like it shows a move up for you.
So right now, if we have, so I'm about to pull it up and show you about what you mean by purple candles. But let me just explain this. So right now, with our stops at 716 and entry at 748, and our price target is like 870. We're at a 4.4 risk to reward, but our first price target is, let's just say 800. Still at a one. We're still at a 1.99, so a 2 to 1 risk to reward. So say we're risking, um, like a $200, we're making 400. And with your entry at, you said 28.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. You're at a 7. You're at a 7R right now. That's just with our lowest price target. So your trade's actually cooking. I would say yeah, keep your stop loss at 716.
That. So what would be my risk though of losing?
So your risk, with NQ, you're at $2 per point. Okay, so if your entry is 728, and you're risking 16, that's like 11 points. So it's like $24, like $25, and your reward is like almost 100 points. So you're risking about $25 to make like 180, 200. I,
Okay.
yeah, I would say just leave your stop loss right there. I don't think it hits it anyway, but now look, now the great thing about trades like that is you could lose 3 trades out of every 4, and with a 7 to 1 risk, you're still gonna make money, even if you're only winning 1 out of 3 trades.
crazy, bro. Because even with it saying like even because it only been like an hour for real since I've been trading well. Yeah, like I started at like no, I started at like 12, yeah, like 12:30. I'm already up $86.
Yo, that's like your whole job, your whole day at the job.
Yeah, bro. No, really, and it's crazy because I was regretting not doing overtime the other day, bro. Doing that 5 hours. I said, man, it'll be all right, man. I learned something way more valuable, way more valuable.
Yeah,
But
this
you know,
this
trading.
skill is worth millions.
It's just being consistent, bro. You gotta look at people like Michael J. Hardison, bro. Say he was like unfocused, bro. Like he knew how to trade a little bit, but he was unfocused. You know, he'll go party, then he'll get back into the stocks, then he'll go do this, and he'll get back. Like you just got to stay focused, bro. Like I really could have executed it and traded yesterday, but I feel like I said, there's certain days where you just don't even need to trade. Like just leave it alone, just hang it up.
Yeah, and that's why I pointed out this right here. Like, if you see that, if you wake up and that's what you see, and that's what you see, just go back to sleep. Like if it,
Yeah, some people that can there's some people that try to get in and be like, well, I don't know, man. I might can, make something out of nothing, bro. Like, no, trust you. That's what I say. Always stick to your strategy, man. Stick to your strategy. I would have been, but I ain't even gonna trip about it, bro. That candle is going stupid right now.
oh yo, we're lit. Yo, turns out that was a good trade. Now we just let it play out.
Man.
Yo, $180. That's more than that's more you can make at a job, and it's been what? Um, where did I enter at? It's been what, like 40 minutes.
Yes, I was saying, bro, if I could at least make at least like 200 per trade, bro. If I could make 200, and I'll be up more, man. Like I said, but man, I ain't really get out when I was supposed to when I traded like 2 days up, like yesterday, bro. I lost like 180, bro.
The great thing is that there's opportunities every day. So this is an important thing to know is trade optimal conditions. Trade when the trading conditions are good, when you don't have chop, it's like this. Do you want to drive when it's 5 o'clock traffic and there's a million people on the road and you're not getting anywhere? You want to drive at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning where it's open, clear roads and you can get to where you're going. That when price is moving like that, when it just has a clear direction, kind of like these are good optimal, you know, prime examples to trade. Like as soon as 6 p.m. hit, as soon as 6 p.m. Oh, well, actually, that's not 6 p.m. Look, as soon as 6 hit, we had nice clear direction, versus like look at this. Hold on, let me go on Webull to. Well, no, I'll just do it here. Like look at this compared to this.
Yeah, damn. Yeah,
Like
that's crazy, bro.
like this. This is 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. versus 7 p.m. to now. That candle's moving crazy, but this is what you want to trade. This is what you do not want to trade. This is when you hop off the charts and go touch grass. Like let me go let me go outside and just grab grass.
We got in grounding, man. We got in and start grounding.
But $200 trade. That's 40 for about 40 point trade almost. Not bad. Not bad at all. And I intentionally didn't go in heavy. I only bought 3 contracts just because our stop would have been right down here. And that's quite a ways. It's a 30-point stop. So you can also gauge your contracts by your risk. Like, for example, say you enter in like right here. You looking at my chart?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so say for example, say you're using like the bottom of this order block as your stop, or even something like this. Say you enter in on this fair value gap, and you're using the bottom of that as your stop. You can enter in like that. That's times where you can actually enter in a good amount of contracts, like 10 contracts or something, as long as you, excuse me, as long as you have um, an adequate amount of account equity, like a good enough account balance. Go ahead, enter 10, 15, 20 contracts. Now, if I'm entering right here and my stop is there, if I'm usually entering in like 10, 15 contracts, I'm only going to want to enter in maybe like 2 or 3 because I want to give price room to move down in case I want to add more.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be right back. I'm going to cut my heat on. It's been cold outside. I stepped outside earlier to take my dog out, and I was like, yo, feels like it's going to
Damn,
snow.
that's right. Damn.
Yeah, hold on. I'll be right back. All right. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I can hear you, bro.
All right, bet. All right, so we're approaching these price targets. Let's see where we're at on the larger time frame. Oh yeah, by the way, some terminology for you. An intraday chart is anything under a daily, weekly, or monthly. So if you hear someone say like an intraday chart, that's going to be like from the 4 hour down.
Bro.
Yo, wait, yo,
Yo,
what's good with you, bro?
no, hey, I forgot I was been supposed to join earlier. I was doing some shit with just.
It's all good. We're
And
going
then
over.
Michael was talking about he was getting in here, man.
Oh,
He's sitting there lying to me.
Michael's about to join.
Hey, that's what he said he was about to join, but I don't know. But I'm here, I'm watching.
All right, bet. All right, so but yeah, so intraday chart is anything less than a 4 hour chart. Yeah, I'm also recording this, so I'm going to record. I'm gonna post whatever someone didn't see.
All right, bet.
But yeah, so currently up like 200 on this trade right here. Entered right in here. Got our stops. where we got our stop set. Right down here. And here, let's take a look at this higher time frame real quick, see exactly where we're at. So we took out this high. Got our price targets up here. And we're looking to take out this 812.
That'd be perfect for real, for real.
Yo. Yo, I just got a message from Take Profit Trader. Look, check this out. Hold up.
It'd probably be taking.
No. That was the Instagram. I'll go to my Gmail real quick. Alright. Look at this. Take Profit Trader. Another funded account. You see that?
Yeah.
W. Hold on.
Yeah.
Pull up that official
sir.
certificate.
I mean, I know you, man. I know you got a whole damn folder full of them. So binder.
No, for real. We're approaching our price target right here. Looking to scale out right there. As soon as we get above that, I'm gonna be just holding on to maybe one more contract. Where are we at here?
Boy, steady winning the race game.
I wonder if I can hide these lines for a second.
Every time I remove all my joints. How often do you remove your joints after like a day of trading?
As soon as my price targets hit, or if the chart gets too like jumbled up. But you can also you can also just hide them for a second and unhide them.
Just change. Oh, for real?
Yeah, you can
change the colors. I'm about to start changing the colors too.
Yeah, or you can just show and unshow. That's what I usually do.
I'm trying to figure out if I should move my stop up for real, for real.
I would personally just hold it because you're at a pretty good risk reward. So yeah, our first price target, we'll just do the halfway point at 800. That's what we're looking to take some of this trade off. All right. So price is looking nice. We've come down, we've rebalanced into this gap, and this is what you always want to look for, is as price is moving up in the direction that you think it's going, is does it respect your fair value gaps and your order blocks and things like that, especially on a higher time frame, like your 5 minute. Your 1 minute, there's just going to be a lot of liquidity sweeps, like here. We held on to this order block, took out some lows right in here. There's always going to be a lot of choppiness before the big move up. They try to get people out of the market. We're just kind of waiting now. Now I am recording, and I'm streaming, and I'm recording my stream, and it's not lagging. I wonder if it would lag. Let me know if I actually play some music. Let me go on Spotify, play some instrumentals or something. Let me know if the stream starts lagging.
Got you for sure, broski.
We look for some lo-fi. Am I even? Oh, I'm not even logged in. Wonder if I can still listen if I'm not logged in. This is what I'll do. Just so I'm not, because I am recording this, I don't want to share my Spotify login. Hold up. Let me change my screen real quick. Alright, so I'll put it on the Weeble screen. Alright, can you let me know if it stays on Weeble? You can't see the Spotify screen right now, can you?
Oh yeah, it's on people.
Okay, bet. Log in my Spotify real quick. Before I know it, they gonna I'm gonna record this and they gonna hack my Spotify. Alright, let me see if this is lagging or not. Can you hear it?
Oh no, I can't really. I can't really hear the person.
It is in the recording. Let me see if if I go to share screen. Alright, can you hear it now?
Yeah, I can hear it now, bro.
Alright, bet.
Yeah.
Turn this down a little bit. Bro, it's gonna be crazy when this Discord is jumping. There's like 300 members.
Man, it's crazy. Matter of fact, I'm about to. I gotta call my homeboy tomorrow. He was asking me. He replied to my story in the chat when to my he replied to my story. And I was like, "What you? I like want me? Like yeah, I'm gonna let you. I like said I'm gonna let you know, bro. I said my boy holding the course for it. I said I'm gonna call you tomorrow and let you know. He told me to hit him up.
So since you just got into trading, you were saying earlier how trading is even teaching you more about yourself. What about yourself has trading taught you?
Bro, slow and steady wins the race, bro. Yeah, man, greed definitely gonna lead to failure.
Oh, it will.
Execute a plan and just stick to it. You know, because at first I felt like greed would be like, I always felt like greed was just, being too greedy, like just doing too much. But like, it wasn't that. It was just to know when that's enough is enough. Like when I was reading in the book, the psychology of money basically was like, if you eat, if you just constantly eating eating food till you get full, it isn't worth the price of, overeating isn't worth the price of, throwing up, it's gonna hurt more than those that felt good. So it's basically like this gluttony, man. Just stop market gluttony. You got know when to go ahead and get out and call it enough is enough. If you could take like $10,000 day, man, to make a profit, versus, trying to get like trying to make 20,000 and losing, extra 5,000, leaving with that person, you could just got up out of there, man, and just chill. It would have been alright. So now I just see now, man, to where, not only that, study, definitely, education is everything. So learning, once you learn more about something, you're definitely going to be more intrigued by learning more and more and more. That's why I used to try to, couldn't think of, I couldn't like wrap my head around why a lot of people, my teachers, why they continue to go to school. I'm like, you already got a degree, why keep going to school over and over again? But education is definitely the key.
That's right. I think, and a lot of times, Um, greed can definitely even come from, even for me, it's that, especially in the beginning of trading, is that thinking is, once you don't have a tried and true model, a trading model that you've been using and back testing, those small wins that you get, like you're like, oh, like I'm winning, let me try to keep winning, because you don't feel like you can just go in and win again. But once you have your model and you understand the market, it's like you already know you can make money. There's always going to be an opportunity, so there's no reason to try to make $1 million in one day and just blow yourself up.
Definitely, bro. It won't even make sense. It wouldn't even make sense, brother.
But yeah, bro. That's why I had to bring up those Bible verses, because it's true, bro. Whoever loves money never has enough, but whoever loves wealth, and whoever loves wealth is never satisfied with their income. This too is meaningless. And I've been there. There was a time last year where, up until prior to last year, I was praying. I was like, I want to make, $1,000 a day, and I got to that point. And once I got to it, I wasn't satisfied with it, because I was like loving money, and I ended up blowing accounts, and then because once I got that 1K, I was like, I want to make 5K a day, and then eventually, like earlier this year, like a few months ago, then I started making 5K a day, and then it was the same thing. It was like, this isn't enough. I need more. And you got to just be content. You got to be content with just what you have, but also finding the balance in not being complacent, striving for more, but also being content. It's a hard balance to find.
Mm-hmm. It really is, bro. So I say when I won them $2,000, when I got the $2,000, bro, I got that $1,000 at first, and I got that $1,000 at second. I'm like, oh yeah. It's just slow roll it, bro. Right now, bro, you just build, it's brick by brick, bro. You build your castle, man.
You probably thought you were on top of the world.
You can't build a house from the top, bro. You got to build that foundation.
That reminded me of that verse where it says, he who humbles himself will be exalted, but he who exalts himself will be humbled.
That's real spill, dog. That's real spill right there.
Looks like we're approaching. It's getting late too. It's like 3 a.m. almost. But
I swear.
I'm gonna let this trade play out. I'm probably let this stream go on for like 40 more minutes. I know I said that like an hour ago, but just because price is not moving terrible, especially for Asian session. Think we'll hit this price target. I wonder if I should like maybe even record a series of going from like evaluation to funded, and then from funded to like my payout, and like record the whole process. I think that might be
If you
some good
talking
videos.
money, bro. Hey, bro, I'm gonna be right back.
All right, yo, actually, yeah, go ahead. Yo, Take Profit Trader does actually have a giveaway right now. Um, They're actually giving away 5 free. This is actually free promo for them, but they're actually giving away 5 free funded accounts. Let me see where they at. Let's see here. Oh, here it is. So yeah, Take Profit Trader right now, they're actually giving away 5 free pro accounts on Instagram and Twitter. You know, they should give me some free for promoting them. But all you got to do is follow their Instagram, and Take Profit Trader is the prop firm that I use. Best prop firm that I've ever used. Daily payouts. 5 days to pass the eval. There's no activation fee. But yeah, they're giving away 5 free pro accounts. All you got to do is tag 3 people, like the post, and comment your favorite features about their account. 50K pro accounts is a crazy giveaway. Market is always slow in Asia session. Not much liquidity, but up 230 on this trade right now. And again, I'll go over my entry while we're waiting for the trade to play out. On the higher time frame on this daily, we're actually on the weekly. We had a higher time frame order block right here. And because price was holding above that order block, we closed above it. We went down to that 4 hour. Saw price trading above, 4 hour order blocks with displacement. We traded up to this one. We rejected down. We held the low. And then traded back up. Another order block. Held it nicely. On the 15-minute, we traded above this chop from earlier. Came back down, took out these lows. And this low right here. Traded into this tiny little fair value gap. So price has just been showing all night that it doesn't want to go higher. Closed above that. Created a new high, and then we ended up getting into this trade at 48, right around here, with our stop down here. This is a 4R trade, and we're aiming for these highs right here as our main target. So we're pretty much making our way there right now. So we've been in this trade about, let's see here. We've been in this trade about an hour and 10 minutes. Now, where else are you making $250 an hour? And then as price moves up, you definitely want to take a look at what it's doing. So after we came up and took out these previous highs, we came down, rebalanced into this order block right here. Or not order block, sorry, fair value gap. Took out another high, and we're just, still gravitating to this level. And then as price took out this high right here, You see there was no rejection. Now if price wanted to go lower, we would have started to reject, but since it showed no willingness to go lower and just strength all through these levels right here, that's just more confirmation that it is, you know, has a higher objective. So we're aiming for this high. It's the main price target, ultimately these highs and this midpoint. Now these two highs right here might not be hit until tomorrow. But this midpoint here, we're approaching 800 right now. We're at 790. Now,
Yes,
if anyone, because I am, like I said, I'm gonna record this. Now we did say we're looking at 800 since Sunday, if you watch the YouTube video. This is also gonna go on the YouTube, but yeah, we're still aiming for that, and that's what you want to do every week. You want to start the week and find out where price is headed to, and then every single. Oh wait, I'm on NQ, so I was like, hold on, let me go back to QQQ. Yes, and then every week you want to see where the market's going. We've been aiming for this market. We've been aiming for this level since Sunday night. But it's just been slowly making its way up. And you want to keep aiming for that, for those levels that you mark out until price shows you that it doesn't want to go there. Like if price had come up to this order block and rejected like it did here, but then took out this low, and then came back up to the top of the low and then started heading down, you would have known that it was going to come down to this gap. But since we held that low intact and made a new high here, it shows you otherwise. All right, we're almost at 800, 7 points away from hitting 800. Yeah, while you left, I was giving Take Profit Trader free promo. I was like, they're giving out 5 free accounts. No, that is crazy, because those aren't even test accounts. Those aren't even evals. Those are like live funded accounts with a 90% profit split where you're getting 90%. And there's no rules on those accounts at all.
It's not bad at all, bro.
See what these comments say.
At all, bro.
Also, on the pro live accounts, you don't need to make a buffer. You can withdraw same day. Every single dollar you make, you don't need to make 2,000 on a live account. On a Pro Plus account, you don't need to make 2,000. The first dollar you make, you can take out. There's no rules. 90% profit split. They are like the best firm in the industry right now. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they're that great.
Neither, bro. I don't know how they doing that, especially with them payouts and people be making, bro.
Can y'all still hear me?
Oh yeah, so I can hear you.
Okay.
Man, the market booming right now, man. I wish I did 2 contracts, but I'm gonna chill.
Nah, I feel that. Yeah, we're about to hit 800. All right, while we're waiting for this trade to hit, I'm gonna make both of y'all premium lifetime members. Yo, hold up. Yo, 800. Hold up. Are we ready?
You see that, man?
Hold up. Wait, I drew it a little low, but 800 is right here. But that was the first price target though. That 98 was that for that first price target. Yo, 800. There we go. Yo. Nah, it's crazy. Well, there you have it. Price target hit. I'll take out one contract right there. We're going with some crazy strength up there. We want to go full TP. You know, I'll set a stop right there. Just not a full stop, but just a profit target. So if we go back below 8, it'll just take my profit on one of them. No, that was a pretty fire trade for the first stream though.
Oh yeah, yeah, we still up here now. I think I'm about to set my stop up, bro. My stop at like 716, bro.
I mean, you could bring it up to like. I would probably bring your stop up below this gap to like 770. Especially since we hit that price target.
Oh yep, MNQZ5. Yeah, you'll probably have to. Let me see what the last fair value gap was at. Shoot, the one we just hit just then. That would have been a perfect entry. Cause the last order block was at 716. Yep. The last fair value gap was at 233.
Yo.
The last block was at 217.
Yo, so hold on, give me 1 second. Alright, so Fat Jin or Trinity and Kurt, I just made y'all premium lifetime members for the Discord for the free.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah. Hey, bro. Hey, man. Michael's still in here, bro. Hey.
Is he watching the stream?
I don't know. I invited him to the Discord though.
Okay, bet. Nah, I didn't see him join, but yeah, nah. Got y'all on there. Lifetime free premium memberships. The Discord is going live pretty soon, but yeah, bro, like, nah, that was a crazy first trade for the stream though.
Yeah, I was about to say I seen that shit, nigga.
Right?
I was like, that shit lighting up. Shit.
You gotta get you your funded account so you can start following these trades, bro.
Yeah, bro. That's what I need to, bro. I gotta go fix some other shit, but once I get the whatchamacallit? Once I get my shit with my car straightened out, bro, I'm getting that bitch.
All right, bet. Bet. Gonna get the whole Discord rich.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, I'm about to go share that bitch. Give me that.
But yeah, I'm gonna record the stream too for anyone that didn't catch it. But yeah, y'all got that premium membership. Yo, go enter in that take profit giveaway because I don't know if you're lucky you could win those free 5 accounts.
Oh yeah, I'm about to go. I'm about to go do that. Fuck that.
Yeah, if it come back down into that.
Yeah, take profit trader Instagram.
And the last order block was at 216, 216, 217.
I'm about to sell that. This one. Stepping up.
Hold up. Matter of fact, you know what? For price target hit, you know what I gotta do next? Hold on.
Yeah, bro. But it's bro from work.
All right, I gotta Now that I've hit my price target, now I gotta go on Porsche.com and build me a Porsche.
Hey, look, this bro from work that's in here, bro.
No, it's no. That's that's my bro from Xbox.
Yep.
What up, dog? Yeah, it's that funded junk right here, B.
All right, so
Yo.
now that we hit these price targets, we got to build the Porsche. One day closer to pulling up in the Porsche 911 Turbo S.
Hell yeah. Oh shit.
Soon, soon. We don't put a hold on that. That's coming soon. But next price target right up here.
Bro, I'm slowly building my junk back up, bro. My drawdown was like at like 240, bro. Yeah, my drawdown was crazy, bro. At one point, you remember my junk was crazy the other day? But now it's only down to like two something, bro. Bro, my drawdown at like 625 now.
When they're in town,
Swear, bro. So we can do, man.
but they just and get them fat. But now you can't catch it going down.
Yeah, but like it's best to buy when price go down. You got to enter. You know what I'm saying? Then it's gonna gradually go back up.
Yeah, because I never get too the market always like it mostly goes down instead of going up. I think it goes up too. I don't know.
So I would say, yeah, price. It's definitely good to buy when price goes down if you have a clear objective for price to hit that it hasn't yet hit, and it's respecting um, order blocks and fair value gaps on the way down.
Price moving right now, man.
You know, I was kind of hesitant to actually stream tonight just because of the way price is moving earlier. Like when I saw this, I was like, man, if it does
Yeah,
that
when you showed,
again, I'm gonna just cut the stream off. It's just
when you
chopping
showed,
like that.
yeah, when you showed me that joint at work, I'm like, man, what in the world, yo? But then when I seen, I was like, man, just stream just in case, bro. Yeah, yeah, just to throw some meat to the potatoes, man. I definitely could have used, them saying, to practice, and now look at it.
Yep. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go cut this heat off.
I'm probably like 160 since like 11, or so like 12, like 11:30, 12.
160 in like 2 hours, 3 hours. That's a W.
I swear, bro. This what I made for the full work shift we worked earlier.
W. I'll be right back.
When they was in the field.
For real?
Yeah.
I'm a stream for like 17 more minutes. Well, let me see because if I go to sleep at 4, I go to sleep 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, no, nah, yeah. I'm gonna make 3 the cutoff point. I don't want to be too tired tomorrow.
I ain't lying to you, gang.
But when I do go to sleep, I'm just gonna leave my stops right here. I'll leave one stop there. I'm just gonna leave one contract on for when I get off. I'll have my stop right there for that last contract. See how
I'm
price
a fold
moves.
too, man. I wonder how long, how wide I should set my stop at before I even go to sleep, bro. I'll probably leave it right there, 769 for real.
769. Yeah, that's not a bad stop.
I'll just sleep on that for real.
Yeah, I still have my. See, I originally was gonna take my profit right here at that profit target at 800, but since we slid right past it, I was like, I'll just set my order for 800. That way, worst case scenario, I get out exactly where I wanted to. Best case scenario, I get a little extra.
Yeah.
Stop filled.
All right, so that's one. $800 might have been that move. I'm actually just because I don't like the aggression of that move down.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
what's
take
crazy?
one more one more out right there,
Order filled.
and I'm gonna set my last stop. I'm gonna just trail it. I'm gonna just trail it right here. Now we could go back up and take that out, but since we've already had such a nice move from literally all the way down here, 45 up to 800. It's a pretty good move. I'm happy with that.
Oh, fuck.
You should cut off.
Yeah.
Oh, what you're doing it? Oh, what you're ordering? Oh, man.
Wait, did you say that bro bought he went long and his laptop died?
Yes, sir.
Nah, that's crazy. You can always log in from the phone.
From the phone be sketchy, man. I be scared from the phone. I don't know when to work. I gotta learn how to read that jump.
But yeah, that was nice. That was a from entry to profit. Now we did run up a lot higher, but from profit to where I got out at 800. Um, it's a good 55-point move. That's crazy.
I
I'm
still
still.
got out at 800, but I'm still holding, bro.
You said you're still holding?
Yeah, 769.
Yeah, I got out of my two contracts, one at 800, one at like 797, and my last one, I'm just gonna trail. Let's see what that move looks like on the 5 minute. It's not bad because we actually came right into this gap. So I'll set mine right below this order block. So worst case scenario on this last contract, if we do come down, that'll still be about 30 points of profit, and then I still took out my other two entries right up here at 55 points of profit. So not bad, not bad.
That's what I might do, man. I might set my order block right there too, bro. Right there, like 780. I mean, it's close as hell too. I want to ride it out though, man. Being it's already at 769.
But you like that 800 level is such an important level, and then not only that, we hit that 800 level, and then we traded lower with displacement, and then traded back up into a fair value gap and rejected lower. So that's why I moved my stop up to here, because if we don't hold this, then, and if we don't hold this order block, and not even like the halfway point of this gap and this order block, price will probably be coming down to take out these lows, and these, and then we could even come back down to 742.
It would be wild, bro.
But at that point, if we do, like if I wake up and it's at 742, my all-time stop is 714, so I'll just enter into a trade right here. So how I would play it out, say I woke up and we were like down here, I would have this this fair value gap marked out, because we also, if you drag it over, it's also basically an inverse fair value gap, a little bit smaller. But then I would go to that 5 minute, and I would look for price to come down and then hold this like halfway point, get back above it, like trade above this order block like that. Like, so it would look like this. It would look exactly like this. So, for example, if it did do this, oh, it actually hit, but it hit our full price target though, and above it. That's all. I was like, I'm out 2 contracts right there. Trade played out nicely, and that was a 2R 1.9, basically 2 to 1 risk reward. Like I was saying, say we were to come down here, this is what I would look for. Say we do something like this. I don't want it to come down, hold that, maybe even dip down into this order block right here. Make that green. And then mark out this order block right here. So this is what, if we did come back down here, this is what I would like to see for me to want to get back in. So, say it came down. I want to see it maybe holding that, drop into here, come back up, start holding this, and then pass through this order block, and then start like holding up here. Then I'd want to get in, and then I'd ride it back up there, if it did that.
Right in the morning, right tomorrow when the market open.
Yeah. Because that 800 psych level is an important level. So if it, like I said, if it doesn't hold this order block, then I'm out, and then just gonna wait to get back in. But worst case scenario on this trade, we're still up huge. We're still in profit even if it comes down here. That's why we always take most on our main price target. We take out most of the position, and then we just have a 1 left to ride. This is why I say I always like to buy more than just 1 contract, because you can do stuff like that.
You and me with this one, man, I'm winging it. Prices going down drastically, like it went up something crazy.
This is why I said it is likely for it to come down and take out that stop, because once you have a level like this, like a psych level for 1/800, and that it took out the midpoint, the consequent encroachment, because not only are highs, lows, fair value gaps, and order blocks important, but also the midpoint of wicks. That's where that first price target was. And not only was it a midpoint, it was a psych level, like an even number, like 800. And then we want to see how this price react to these key levels. We had that reaction down, had that order block, rejected lower, created a fair value gap right here.
Mm-hmm.
And then look how price rejected down off of that and created a new low. That is price telling you that just off of that, look, just off of this, and it went lower, it came back up, price gave you one more chance to get out around 800. But this is all important stuff to put in your study journal. Now, it very well could hold this order block and send higher, but it's just very unlikely. It's just unlikely. This is why I'm only holding one contract, and this is why I took out like 70% of my position at 800. But I'm not saying it's not impossible. It's just unlikely for it to come up from here. We still have lows right here to be taken, and these lows, and these lows. But you never know.
If it do, man, I'm getting out 800 this time. What in the world, man?
What are your contracts at right now?
769. That's my stop loss.
No, I mean like what are your contracts at in profit?
108.
Oh, so you're still up $108 even with this move down?
Mm-hmm.
That's still really good. It's because the entry was so good. Now imagine you bought up here. Imagine you entered up here.
Yeah, that would have been crazy. And it's so crazy because I think I'm about to get stopped out. I get stopped out. I'm going to sleep.
Yeah, so I'm about to end the stream in like 4 minutes. But it was a great trade.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Yeah, that was decent. I should have got out of the 800 mark, man.
Well, why didn't you get out when I got out of my 2 at 8?
I don't know. Waiting for it to keep going. Something telling me
Like,
now at 100, but
like you see, as soon as it hit 800, I already put my sell order there. I was like, I'm gonna let it ride, but I'm stopping it from right here. So I put an order right here because anything coming back to 800, like I'm out, and that's why I got out of. That's why I entered 3 and sold 2 of them right at 800.
I was trying to wait till they hit like 826, bro.
What did you see at 826? Oh, this.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So this is.
Stop filled.
So that's that last contract. Great trade. So we trailed the stops. This is why. So when you're only dealing with one contract, you want to get out at your important levels because we actually hit multiple price targets. Because we entered at 48, so that first price target was here. It's price target 1, price target 2, and you even entered at 28, so you had a better entry than me.
I swear, bro, which is crazy, right?
Yeah, so you entered at 28, and you got stopped here at like 79, 78. So you still had a 50-point trade. So you still made 50 points. Now don't worry about the other 30 or so points that you didn't make
Mm-hmm.
because you made 50 points. But I think that was probably. Would you say that it was a little bit of greed from you that you didn't get out at 800?
I ain't lying to you. I just knew it was gonna go up.
Now I'm not saying it won't go up because I'm still confident that it will goes up. But I know that there are some lows that we do have to take out before going higher.
Especially at 275 at 215.
And then you also want to look at stuff like this before I end the stream. Is when you see very long moves up like this, you got to anticipate that at an important level that we're going to have a big retracement. Because look, throughout all this move, since like 11:40, since 12 for 3 hours, we've basically just been going up with no real retracement down.
Yep.
Now this is what you want to watch out for. I'm about to end this stream in 1 second, but before I go, I'll say this. This gap right here, we have a gap right here on both sides right here, and it's even smaller right here. I'll engulf both of them. That's what you want to watch for. Now when price comes back up to here, if we come back up here and reject, we're not going any higher. But if we come up here, go through that with aggression and start holding above it, then we can send up to the next price target at that 900s, 880.
That's gonna be the first thing smoking in the morning, man.
I feel you. Well, I might stream tomorrow. I don't know. But it's a great trade. Look, like it's a great trade when you get stopped out and you got stopped, but you made 50 points. Like that's crazy. Like even after this move down, you still made $100. But it's definitely something to learn from. You definitely want to make sure that like whenever I get out, like if I'm saying I'm getting out at 800 at an important level like that, you should definitely. But it is your trade. At the end of the day, it's up to you. But that's what I personally recommend is if I'm getting out at an important level like that, you should as well. But
I
still,
swear, I'm definitely about to get stopped out too.
wait, you're not. Wait, are you still in the trade?
Yep.
Why? Why, bruh?
I'm about to get stopped out though.
Wait, what? You're still in?
Yeah, because I was hoping it to go up.
Nah, bruh.
Oh man.
Look, aren't you up like $100 right now in the trade?
I was. I mean, like, if it hit $100, if it hit 100, I'm getting out.
How much you up right now, bruh?
94.
Bruh, look, just go ahead and get out of the trade and go to bed. I'm telling you from experience. Whether it goes up or down, just
Yeah.
go ahead, hit exit all, hop up out of the trade, think about it, study it, and just come back to the charts tomorrow. There's always going to be another opportunity. Because look, you got to think. It might go up because we did take out these lows and we're in a fair value gap in that order block. It might go up, but we are
Get out.
okay. Yeah, because I was gonna say we already hit an important target. So would you rather to get out now and run off with your 100 or risk it going all the way back down and you going to sleep not making anything after holding that trade for that long?
Man, I would have been high. It would have just stopped me out just then too, bro. It hit that 800. It hit the 800. And then I went down to, because it went above 800, bro. It actually went to 8.
And that
12.
and that right there is a prime example of how the greed can really get you in trading. And I've been there myself many times.
I swear, bro. Rather win something than lose more, right?
That's why when you were like, "No, I'm still holding. I'm hoping that it goes up." I've been in that mindset before, and then you could just keep holding, and it just keeps going down. And you're like, "Oh, like, oh, now I've only made $20. Now I've only made $15. Now I'm negative $3." And now you're like, "Oh, well, I'm not just gonna sit here and not make anything after I just waited all that long." And then you enter into another trade without planning, and then now all of a sudden you're down $400.
Right, 'cause they're going down right now. I'm talking about drastically, bro.
Yep, this is why I got out at 800, and then I left my trail just to see if it would hold that order block, and it didn't, so I got out of the rest of my position. But not a bad trade. I got out 2 contracts, 55 points, another contract, 35 points. So all together, it's nice, 80, 85 points, 130 points. And
Bro, we
now,
literally went past.
now we seek
We
lower.
lit, we literally went past the 800 mark, bro, and got all the way up to like 810, bro. I should
Nice.
have got out then.
It's all right, bruh. More opportunities come. This is why. But look on the bright side. You're not in the trade anymore.
Yep.
But yeah, that's all for tonight. We set a plan. We set the price targets. We hit all the important ones. We hit that 800 level that we had been talking about since Sunday. We've hit 800. Now we let price relax and do its thing. And yeah, we come back.
Sure.
Come back.
You gonna jump back in here tomorrow?
I might as well do some free streams. Everyone that joined the stream got that free premium for the lifetime. Now I'm not doing that anymore, but for the ones that joined tonight, yep, free for lifetime premium.
Bet. Man, that's crazy. The price dropped crazy too.
And that's what'll always get you. The one of the most important lessons that I could say is on your important levels, and that's going to be your order blocks, your swing highs, your swing lows, your fair value gaps, and your and your key levels like 800, 700, 600, 500, 850, like your even levels like that, like 26k. Watch how price reacts to those levels. Do we trade through it and hold, or do we trade through it and reverse?
I wonder when they gonna come back and take out these lows, bro. As far as on 1110, bro.
1110.
No, not 1110. 11.7.
Right here. These lows right here.
Yep.
We could very well. I think we come down into this imbalance that hasn't been taken. But look, I'll show you right where this trade showed its hand and showed you that it could go lower. Now, it could very well go higher. I'm too tired to analyze the chart right now, and our main price target already got hit. But right here, and after this I am in the stream, but right here, after we hit that key level, okay, we came up, created a high, and it took out this low. That is when. Now that's not a terrible thing, that we took out these lows. But once we created this order block and displaced down, with that aggression, this is when like the light bulb really needs to go off. Like, okay, hold on, I think the things are changing, and then this is the absolute confirmation. When this fair value gap got created, and then price traded into it, and then immediately sent down, any move up should have been your exit out.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's why on this move, that's why I already had it set that I was getting out at 800. Now the only reason I held one more contract is just because it is going to go higher sometime tomorrow or the next day, and it's only one single contract. Now if I was holding like 10 or 15 contracts, I would have sold pretty much 90% of them, and I was just holding, one or two, which you would refer to as a runner. But now, if price would have came up into this fair value gap, traded through the midpoint, closed its body in the midpoint, and then held above it, then that could have, then we would have went higher. But since we came up into it and rejected down, not even the body, just the wick, sent lower, right on this candle, that is your last opportunity to exit out.
Yeah, and that's what I should have did. But it's about to go back up now. Though. This crazy guy got stopped out at the right damn moment.
Like I said, it is gonna go up, just maybe not right now, and my eyes hurt, and I'm tired, so I'm not about to analyze the chart. But I would personally recommend you don't do any more trading tonight.
Oh yeah, no sir. I'm about to go to bed. I'm about to
I feel
actually
you.
I'm about to go to sleep, man. So were you trying to you said you can get it when the market open tomorrow?
Depending, I might hop on live tomorrow. Stream for a little bit. I did just get a brand new pro account, that certificate, and we do gotta get this Porsche 911 Turbo S. So nah, but
And
yeah,
Max is rocketing right now. I'm going past close the laptop. That's true.
facts. But yeah, y'all enjoy those lifetime memberships. How long did this recording go on for? We're at 3 hours recording. It's gonna be a long time to upload, but I'll upload it tomorrow. And for anyone that didn't see it, but hey, appreciate y'all coming out to the stream. You appreciate those lifetime memberships. And yeah, we lit, bruh. It was fire trade for the night.
Hell yeah.
No man, I might come to work I might go to work like an hour early tomorrow.
Bet you can get that time in. I don't know. I might hop on the game right now for like 30 minutes. I might not. I don't know. I'm pretty tired. But yeah, brother, I'm gonna get some food and head out. Appreciate y'all, bro.
All right, buddy.
All right. All right.